Hello all and welcome back for another video. So today I have another Tommy Sotomayor treat for you, and I know you guys love it when I do Tommy videos. But go ahead and like and subscribe if you are here. Why? Because it's free and it costs you nothing anyways. And leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Let's get started.
Racist white men and black women, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. That's right, like weave and they bald head. They love the white man and they refuse to blame the white man. But you put the blame squarely on white women. And now all types of men of other races voted in a crazy number for Donald Trump. But she won't blame them. Do you know why? Because black women want an opportunity to be able to have sex with those men and produce kids with good hair. That's right.
Okay. First of all, let me just stop it really quick because we are like 28 seconds in and he has said some things that I do not agree with. Like, I don't think that all black women agree with white men and other races of men because they want to have babies with good hair. Like, I don't know where he gets that from. It just sounds funny to me. I think he might have a slight complex. I mean, he talks about how like black women are a little bit jealous of white women, but I think there might be a small part of Tommy that might be a little jealous of white men. I mean, just judging off of what he just said. Tell me what you think.
Black women want to be wanted by every man on earth, so they refuse to blame them. But they're jealous of one group of people, white women. And they're now so jealous that they've claimed, don't call them white women, don't email them, and don't ask them anything, even if you got your little pussy hats on. Take a listen.
Hey, I just want to give some free advice to the white progressives, particularly white progressive women who may be thinking about marching against the Trump victory, maybe putting back on the P-word hats and doing that thing. I would just say probably don't send any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not coming. Like, I'm pretty sure black women have resigned from the Save America coalition, Save Democracy coalition, and definitely the Save the Democratic Party coalition. I think that's probably not happening. I would just keep those invites maybe among your own friends because I don't think they're coming. But yeah, I think black women are now on the Save Black Women, prioritize black men, prioritize black communities, black businesses, and that, and, you know, the black spaces, but Save America, Save the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Is there a wonder why black women are the least wanted, least attractive, least you want in your neighborhood, most disrespected, as you call it? Because people are tired of you. Black women make people hate them. You at first, as the picture says, well, I'm not even thinking about you. But as they keep getting in your face, it makes you hate them. This woman with her sarcastic tone, while working for MSNBC, a white company, while constantly being on white women's shows, because guess what happened to your show, Joy? Nobody watched it. That's right. So let's point something out here while you're jealous of white women. You couldn't save your hairline. You sitting up on TV looking like Lil Bill, real life Lil Bill. You couldn't save your hairline. You couldn't save your show. You couldn't save MSNBC. But funny, while you were talking about what needs to be saved in the black community, do you know one thing she didn't name? The black family. Because you've never been able to save that either. Y'all can't even put together a black family, much less save it. It's gone. And the Democratic Party has helped do away with the black family. But you want to blame white women while you're saying, now we're going to prioritize black businesses. What were you prioritizing all of these years before? The Democratic plantation? You were prioritizing trying to show the white man that you were like him. That's why you were wearing 99 different damn wigs on your head and looking silly as you did it. You had no problem, though, and now you're going to prioritize black men?
That was a lot to unpack. First of all, I don't really know who this woman is, but what I can tell from what she said is that she was trying to basically tell white women, like, don't invite black women to things that you have, trying to say that you're not happy about Donald Trump and this and that. She said she's resigned from it all and she doesn't want to be a part of it. And Tommy Sotomayor thinks that it's because she's like low-key jealous of white women or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it could be. Like I said, I don't know this woman. So, but like the part that got me was the fact that she's talking to white women as if she speaks for all black women or something. Like, ma'am, who the heck are you to tell white women what all black women want? People have the right to do what they want to do, just like how I have the right to repost Tommy Sotomayor videos, and Tommy Sotomayor has the right to be on Rumble, which will be linked in the description if you would like to watch this video in its entirety. But yeah, people have the right to talk about whatever they want, and just because you don't agree with it and stuff like that doesn't mean that you can speak for all black women and try to shut it down. There was a lot of black women that voted for Donald Trump, ma'am. Maybe some didn't and some don't agree, but there were plenty of them that did. Not everybody who was black voted for Camilla just because she was black. Like, Stop. Just stop.
How dare you? You weren't prioritizing us before? I want y'all to listen to the hatred that these black women have towards white women and listen to the ridiculousness that they say as they believe that they can actually save something. Black women are the number one producers of children out of wedlock. You couldn't save the black family. Black women's children are the dumbest in America. You couldn't save your black children. They claim that black women, black children, black little girls go missing and no one cares about them, and you go begging the white networks to try and advertise that black children are missing. You couldn't save them either. You couldn't save your black men, as the black men are the number one arrested in the United States. So that means you couldn't save your black children, your black men, you couldn't save your hair. I mean, come on. Your hairline is way back here. Your hairline go back farther than bell bottoms. And yet you want to talk about saving something. So you couldn't save MSNBC, you couldn't save a show. Let's see, what else couldn't you save? Yes, you couldn't save your opinion and not expose the rest of the world to it. Every day you get on with this sarcastic tone. Let me tell you something, white women, you may not want to. If you white women are stupid enough to keep on trying to befriend black women, knowing that they hate your guts, knowing that they're jealous of you, simply because you exist. How is it that she decided to blame no one but you and then claim you need her help? She's the one that's getting $10 billion of help from Goldman Sachs.
I don't necessarily agree with everything he said. I don't believe that black children are the dumbest in the United States. Maybe as far as grades go, and what the black children are testing in schools, maybe that is true. In a sense, like their scores are low. It doesn't mean that they're dumb. It just means that they're disadvantaged. Think about it. In most predominantly black schools, there's not a lot of funding. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just not. In fact, there was a woman that I met the other day who was showing me about all these advancements at a school that she used to work at that she was really impressed with. It was a Catholic, mostly, it was an all boys Catholic school. And let's be real, it's probably majority white, if not all white. And it had an aviation freaking like training center in the school. So that just lets you know how much freaking money this high school has. It's a high school with an aviation training center in it, like a full-blown simulator so that these kids can literally learn how to fly planes. You know what I mean? And that's just not something that you hear about in public schools where most black kids are ending up. And I'm hoping that in the future, more funding will go to schools, especially in black neighborhoods, so that we can get better education for our kids, so that they can be more focused and do better, because most of the time, like I said, it's not that they're dumb. It's just that they're disadvantaged and they don't have the same credentials. The teachers don't have the same credentials. The schools don't have the same curriculum. They're not exposed to the same textbooks and materials and advancements in technology that some of these other schools that are predominantly other races have. Let's be real. All I'm saying is if people have equality in education systems, right, and they're still scoring low, then maybe you can say it's because they're dumb. But if it's because of the poor neighborhoods that they're from, or like the disadvantaged schools that they're at and the teachers that they're being exposed to and things like that, then you can't really judge them as a whole. So I don't think that black kids are the dumbest in America and stuff like that. I think that it's just a situation where black kids don't get the same level of education that other races do because of, let's just call it what it is, because of income, And maybe we as black people have to work harder and put more into our kids so that they can go to better schools and basically get higher education. Or at least, at the very least, even if we can't afford to send them to better schools, maybe we can just put them in better after school programs, like Kumon and other basic learning centers where kids are like being taught things. Or even if we can just put the time and effort in to teach our kids ourselves. I put my daughter in preschool, but I also work with her. She has writing tablets. She has pens and paper. We're constantly writing letters. She's doing so well. She can write out her full name, and her writing has advanced so much just within the last 3 months of her being in school, literally. So kids, they can learn if you teach them, if you take the time, and I've been working with her and writing letters and writing them out for her so that she can trace what I wrote, and then she writes it underneath it herself. So she's learning how to write her name, all the alphabet, the numbers. I'm teaching her how to read small words, cat, dog. We're practicing spelling and pronunciation and things like that. And she's like, just today, she's like, D-O-G spells dog. She's 4 years old. And that's not a huge word or anything. But just like I said, a few months ago, she wasn't doing that. A few months ago, she was having a hard time spelling her own name, but being in school and by me working with her even more, she's learning super fast. So All I'm saying is we as Black parents have to make sure that we work with our kids. If we can't afford to send them to those private elite schools, then the very least we can do is sit down with them and help them learn.
She's the one that's fighting in line whenever the government checks, the welfare checks aren't there. I don't see white women fighting the people when they tell them that it's a day late. As a matter of fact, you white liberal women, that's why I hate you more than anything, because you allow this behavior. They sit right there on the stage. I know one of the white men, he did look over at that Stephanie Rule girl and say, why is it that every time she comes up here, she's blaming white people and we allow her the studio time to do so? Why isn't she spreading her anti-whiteness on a Black network? Why is there no Black network owner that's putting out Mrs. Joy Reid as the head of their network? Because you white people need to understand that we Black folks don't like this. This woman has no power amongst Blacks, and as a matter of fact, wasn't liked by Blacks. So she doesn't speak for Blacks. She's on here talking crap. She's being an idiot, and most people know it. But white liberals allow her to get on television and speak for Blacks. How would she know what Black women aren't going to be able to accept when you email it or when you text it? How does she speak for all Black women? I don't speak for all Black men. No one does. We're not a monolith. But if you listen to the Democrats, well, we are. And that's the problem. And the more Joy opens her freaking mouth, the more people are realizing, don't listen to her. She can't keep her own house in order, ma'am. And yet you want to tell other people about theirs. Your mom must be full of irony or full of sadness, as she gave you the name Joy, and there's nothing that comes from you but bitterness, anger, jealousy. So for all of those of you who are watching and listening to the dribble that comes out of her mouth, please understand, she speaks for herself and the bitter-ass Black women that see white women as a threat simply because white women exist and their hair grows out of their scalp. Jealous of white women and always wearing blonde wigs. And then you want to talk about Donald Trump is Hitler. No, your hairline is Hitler, lady, because it's been ate off. Anyway, I don't think the world needs you when you're the most
It's jokes like that. It's jokes like that that makes you just love Tommy Sotomayor. Like, literally, that is ridiculous. This dude said, no, your hairline is Hitler because it's been ate off. Oh my gosh, it's just stupid stuff like that that's hilarious. I'm sorry. But again, I'm going to have to probably do a little research into Joy Reid because to be honest with you, I did vote, but I stayed away from like watching a lot of the stuff on TV when it came to that. I just was like, look, I'm gonna put my vote out there and I will watch to see who wins. That's the best I can do. Watching the debates and watching this and watching that, I just had no real interest in it. That's why, for the most part, you don't see me talk too much about politics on this channel because I'm just not interested in it. And maybe as I get older, that might change. But for right now, I'm just more interested in like social issues and stuff. So that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the fact that you have a Black woman that's trying to make it seem like she can speak for all Black women. And you have a Black man that says the most controversial crap ever in life. Like the fact that he literally just said, Black women are jealous of white women's hair because it grows from their scalp. Like, wow, Black women have hair that grows from their scalp too, sir. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's just funny though, because there was a stigma. Like I remember as far back as middle school where it was like this thing where I even remember like hearing white girls, you know, do stuff like, you know, go like this and, you know, just do all kind of stuff with their hair in front of Black girls and be like, well, at least I can grow my hair and stuff like that. And it just would be like, chick, anybody can grow their hair if they take care of it. And that's what my channel is all about because I'm half Black. So my hair has got some Black roots to it, you know. It may look soft and fluffy and stuff like white people hair, but it's, look, I got some frizz, you know what I mean? So there's that Black in my hair, okay? And so Black people hair can grow very long and it can be very healthy if you take care of it.
begging group of people on earth. Black women are constantly begging people for stuff. So to believe you can save something, you weren't able to save Blacks from slavery. You weren't able to save Blacks from Jim Crow. What in the hell have you saved Blacks from? I know what you prevented them from. Any kind of respectability in the United States. Because you're the least respected group here, remember? And it ain't because you're Black. And it ain't because your hair nappy. It ain't because your nose wide. It ain't because your butt big. It ain't because people hating on you. It's because you're freaking insufferable. And people have finally got up enough guts to say something about it. And one of these days, ma'am, MSNBC and CNN, they're going to go ahead and finish it off. Because people are really tired of Black women. Every day complaining. I ain't never heard Superman or any other hero that's going to save people complain about him. If you are super as you say you are, Superman didn't need people to vote for him before he saved them. He just did the job. Jesus didn't need votes before he saved. Maybe you need to just get to doing instead of asking, begging. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Fuck you and good night.
Well, he said it, and I appreciate it because Tommy Sotomayor has a very comedic approach to getting across a very valid point. And if you agree, don't forget to leave that in the comment section. Or if you disagree, don't forget to leave that in the comment section and tell me why, because I am a very open-minded and open-eared person. I love your guys' comments and feedback, whether it be good, whether it be bad. I appreciate you so much, especially if you made it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.